Hello, my name is David Lake, and today I'm going to be analyzing a data set that involves numerous brands of candy. And you can see here on this data set that we have about 86 different brands of candy. And there's numerous categories and a few different variables. The categories we have are chocolate, peanutty almond, bar, caramel, nougat, crisp rice wafer, pluribus, meaning many pieces of candy, fruity, hard, and then we have it broken down by the sugar percent, price percent, and win percent. Initially, this was completely unsorted, and I tried a few different ways to sort it, whether it was win percent with price percent and then sugar percent, and I realized that scattered everything a little too much. So I simply organized it by the win percent and sorted by the win percent. And then I wanted to visualize the data. So using all of the data, we can see it's a little bit much to absorb and analyze all at once. You have the win percent here, and these are the different categories. And these two lines down here are the sugar and price percent. So if we want to actually analyze this and figure out what's going on with these numbers, we need to break it down individually a little bit. So we look at the sugar and price percents overlaid with the win percent, and my initial idea was that the sugar and price percents were going to impact the win percent. But as you can see, the sugar and price percent are pretty scattered evenly across the board. So it doesn't seem that there's any logical reason that any of these would impact the win percent. They do seem to correlate to each other with some slight differences, which you would need some more qualitative data to actually be able to analyze what the difference is in the price and sugar percents being varied. But they seem to correlate. When the sugar percent changes, the price percent changes in a lot of the instances. But that doesn't really tell me anything about the win percent. So I continued to look at the other data and visualize it. And when we look at the ingredient combinations and the win percent, we start to get a better idea of how this breaks down. So this first graph is for everything that's over 50% on the win percent. And we can start seeing that everything in the highest range of 50% and above all has chocolate in it, or at least most of it has chocolate in it. The very top 10 earners all had peanutty almond, or they were bars and had caramel. So that gives us a good idea of what caused them to be in the highest percentages of win. Now, if you look at the under 50% win, you have most of the fruit categories, and you start dropping the chocolates off. So that gives us a great idea of what caused the wins and what caused them to be under 50% of win. Now, we would need qualitative data to actually determine specifically what caused these changes per category, but this gives us a good idea of what was winning and why. So we look at, again, peanutty almond and chocolate. Those are in the top 10 of the 87. And we can go back again to the sugar and price percents. There's no discernible difference that would impact the win percent. And this is a visualization of all of the data, which is a little bit too much to be able to pull the other two analytics that I just discussed. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please have a great day. Thank you.